Hey guys, YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. All right, let's talk about a little more about this Candace Owens situation here. All right, absolutely disturbing. I want you guys to think about a couple things here. Okay, we've all, I've been given much of this information. Okay, and a group of us have been talking about this. Okay, this is what we've come up with. Okay, this is patterns, and this is from things that we know from the past, the way these people pull this shit, the CIA and the NSA and the Mossad and all of them. Okay, this is this is the kind of shit they do. So this is what we think is about to happen with old Candace Owens. Okay, first of all, let me point something out to you. With, as soon as that shit happened with Charlie Kirk, she started this big front thing about pointing fingers and accusing Israel. We all know that she's all of a sudden she switched out. Remember, she switched out. She's been against, she's been like not big time pro Israel. Okay, she's been critical of it, which people should be for a lot of things, in my opinion. But anyway, it's a big thing. Okay, and she has 5 million subscribers on YouTube. Okay, and up until this Charlie Kirk thing, she was getting on her daily live show, she's getting 1.5 to 2 million, sometimes under a million views a day, which is nothing to sneeze at. Okay, now you can go back. You have to click on not her videos. Those are recorded ones that she does every so often with someone else, like in an interview or something. Her live show every day. You gotta go on the lives, and you'll see what I'm saying. Just look at the views. 1.5 million, 2 million at the most, all the way up until the Charlie Kirk thing. When that's excuse me, you'll see her views jump to like 6 million, to 4.5 million, 3 million every day. Okay, there's a reason for that. This is not an agenda that YouTube normally pushes. She should be having less views than she normally gets. They should be suppressing this. These are anti-Israel claims, and somehow pointing the finger and saying the FBI and CIA and all this shit and blaming Israel for it somehow. Okay? Remember, she's controlled opposition. They're wanting her to feed this information to her. And there's a reason her views have more than doubled for this. Now, after it's over this part, it'll either go back down to normal or what we think is going to happen. All right? Now, hear me out for the rest of it before I tell you what we think is going to happen. We've seen this type of shit happen before with other people. Not necessarily content creators in older times. Okay? But anyway, so here we go. Damn, where was I at? All right, so that's the one thing. The other thing is this. You know that she's been saying about Brigitte Macron, the first lady of France, was born a man. She was 100%. She was born a boy named Jean-Michel Trogneau. I know this for absolute fact. I know of the surgeon that did her surgery. He had actual male to female surgery a long time ago. Okay, but was born a man. That's true. Okay, and there's a reason that they're hiding it from everyone, though. All right, now, because they'd be cool with that shit over there, and probably. But here's why. The people of France know, and there's several journalists in France have gotten in trouble. Over there, they're jailing them. They don't have any free speech. They're jailing them and suing them and doing all kinds of shit, right? To keep it covered up. Well, now it's a very big public lawsuit all of a sudden where they're suing her for defamation, Candace Owens, right? The fucking president of France is suing a private citizen in America for defamation because they're saying her husband was born a man. And it's true. Now, they have the people, Macron has very high dollar expensive lawyers here. Some of the best, high dollar, very expensive. Probably, who knows, $1,000 an hour probably, or some crazy shit. Candace Owens also has a team of expensive lawyers, and she's running around begging her people to pay for it and shit. She's asking for people to help her pay her legal bills because she's gotten into this mess, and it's all fake. You guys, this is how disgusting Candace Owens is. She's even asking for money to help pay her legal expenses for this fake shit. Okay? Listen to me. She's saying that she was born a man. They're saying, no, she's a woman. Okay? They're going back and forth with millions of dollars in legal fees and most high dollar attorneys there are. When we all know it takes a simple blood test. Even now you can just do it with saliva. If it's XX, she was born a woman. If it's XY, which it is, she was born a man, period. The reason they can't let anyone find out is because Brigitte Macron, she was Jean-Michel Trogneau, a man. And then when it was transitioning, she went by the name Veronique, and then Brigitte. Because she was in her 40s. She was a drama teacher, and she was Emmanuel Macron's drama teacher, and they started having an affair when she was his teacher when he was only a 14-year-old boy. And they've sort of romanticized it in France. Like, first they tried to lie and say he was 17, but no, everyone knows he ended up being 14. Well, they just tried to romanticize it over there, like, oh, well, yeah, she's this hot woman, and they try to compare her to Claudia Schiffer, which is absolutely ridiculous. Claudia Schiffer is a beautiful woman. And they're saying, but because it's bad enough that it was a 44-year-old woman with a 14-year-old boy, when they find out the truth that it was a fucking perverted 44-year-old man parading around as a woman that fell in love with the 14-year-old drama student. Okay? And that's 100% a man, Brigitte. And all Candace has to do to settle this, if these are high dollar, millions and millions of dollars are at stake, I don't even know how much they're suing her for. But it would be millions and millions and millions because the idea would be to crush her. That's how they do it. See, they crush you financially until you can't learn anymore. But all you have to do is say, demand a fucking test. Just demand a DNA test. You guys, it's just that simple. And she steers away from it. Watching her shows when she's talking about the lawsuit, she never once mentions anything about DNA, and it's the most obvious thing. Make the bitch take a DNA test. Have both sets of lawyers watch the specimen drawn or the saliva done. Walk that shit to the lab, and everyone stay there and have it done to make sure nothing's flip-flopped, and find out, is this bitch got an XY or an XX, and let's settle this. It's just that simple, guys, and you know it's just that simple. Why? Why hasn't she brought that up? Why are they not demanding that? If they're accusing her and saying that it's defamation, that means they're saying that she's lying. Okay? In a defamation suit, it's different because the plaintiff, which would be Brigitte Macron, cannot prove a negative. When you sue someone for defamation, the burden shifts. The person that's being sued, the respondent, the defendant or the respondent, the defendant has to, the burden shifts. They have to prove what they're saying was true. They have to prove it was true beyond a preponderance of the evidence. Meaning it's 51% more true or 49% it's not. You understand. Then it's beyond the preponderance of evidence, not beyond a reasonable doubt. The burden shifts. Candace Owens now has to prove that what she said is true. And all she has to do is demand a DNA test. If millions of dollars are on the fucking line and crushing her financially and ruining her, that's all they have to do. Why would they not allow that? Why the fuck, when a simple test tells the truth of it, have they not done that? Because it's all fake. And what I think's about to happen is I think she's one of those sacrificial lambs where she's agreed. She's come, she's done her season, fucked everyone's mind thinking she's a Christian and she's in for the good fight and trying to get everyone that's believers and that are good, kind people and shit to believe her and are behind her. And yeah, she's looking for the truth, but she's a lying bitch that's doing the CIA's and the fucking evil Luciferians and the fucking Freemasons work for them. That's what it is. She's working for the fucking devil, just like all the goddamn rest of them. She's disgusting and despicable. And this is what she's doing, and it's all fucking fake. She's absolutely disgusting. Because I think we're pretty sure she's going to go as a sacrificial lamb, which means she's come and done her season. They ask her now, just go now and go away now. I mean, it might not happen just like this, but something to this effect. Just go away now, lay low, take one for the team, and just, you've done your thing. She'll have plenty of money forever. She'll be comfortable forever. Go hide on your fucking compound for the shit that's about to hit the fan. And that's why her husband and her moved from England to a compound in Tennessee, because they know the shit's about to hit the fan soon. They know that because they're the ones orchestrating it, and she's part of that shit. Don't let that bitch lie to you. She's so fucking disgusting. And that's exactly what they're doing, because now watch what's going to happen. She's going to take it. It's going to be, or they're going to make her out like she's crazy. And they're going to give, or they may do something like do the DNA and give false, and say, oh, she really was a woman, and then ruin Candace. But she'll take the fall for it. But what I think is going to happen is, yeah, or something's going to happen where it gets shut down to where no one else can ever. They're going to show us all free speech is dead. You can't talk about leaders of countries. You can't talk about even the government like that. You can't do that. It's not allowed. Okay, they're going to send some kind of message that way. I don't know what how they're going to do, why they're skating around the DNA. Those is for a reason, you guys. And the other thing is she's critical of Israel. And you know you can't be critical of Israel now in the end like this, guys. This is part of the whole deal. They're trying to trick us that Israel over there is the original Israel in the Bible God's talking about, when it's not. The original ancient Israel is in Africa. It's Ethiopia, Uganda, and Sudan. That's greater Israel, mainly Ethiopia. That's where the original Jerusalem and Israel was. They're lying to you. This is all fake up there. Okay? So you can't be critical of Jews now in the end, because what they're going to try to pull. But, so she's critical of them, and because of this shit, they're going to make her out to be a crazy conspiracy theorist that they prove wrong, and they're going to destroy her in the media on YouTube, or they're just going to start bashing her. They're going to start paying when they're done with her. They're going to let her do her time. And she's got a big audience. They're using her to their advantage. They're letting her put out what they want out, and they know people trust and believe her. Okay? And when they're done using her in that way, when they get done with her, what they'll do is they will pay content creators, whatever they want, to come on there and bash her. And it'll be like this. They're going to use against her the thing that they had her do. Remember I told you she started out liberal and all this shit? How her stance is switched out like on liberal, like on Israel and all that, because they make her do that, right? Now they'll use that very thing against her. But it's all orchestrated. She's in on it, see? What they'll do is they'll have these people get on and show the inconsistencies of her. They'll show videos of her at one stance, and then they'll show a video of her changing her stances on the same exact thing and make her look like a crazy idiot, or make her look like a wacko conspiracy theorist. They're going to do that. They're going to bash her in the online news arena here very soon when they're done with her. Okay, there's a reason why they're doing this. And I'm telling you, they're trying to silence everybody with this shit with Brigitte Macron. They want to shut that down and get that done with. And they're going to use Candace Owens as a sacrificial lamb. Okay, I'm trying to stay on top of this, guys. Pay attention. Let's watch this shit unfold together, man. I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys. All right? I love you. I care about what happens to you. Okay? Bye-bye.